Welcome to the podcast for the sisters and bros. It will make you laugh from your head to your toes. Talking about their lives, from the highs to the lows. And the name of the title goes, The Sloppy Joes.
Welcome everyone to the Sloppy Joes podcast and happy Friday. Hey. It's the return of, well, some of my favourite heroes. It is Dom in the middle. Hello, Dom.
Hey.
Week off yesterday.
Looking very good with your little sort of lumberjack outfit on.
But the biggest hero of the day, sitting there with the smile on his face, knowing he has achieved greatness, is Ethan James in the corner there.
Yes. Hello everyone,
Great
how are
to
we all
see
doing?
you.
Lovely to
Joe
see
Smith
you.
said, will you come us today? Congratulations, Joe.
Marathon finisher, marathon runner.
For the audio listeners.
Just arrived as a marathon runner, which I am. So I'll be wearing this pretty much every episode. From
Mate,
now on.
that is unbelievable. I can't believe you actually did it.
There you go.
Talk us through the day. We should give him a round of applause. I was
Oh,
only
yeah,
joking.
go on.
Round
Come
of
on,
applause.
man. I've achieved something.
Ethan!
Oh, sorry, I've got a vision mix, that's my job.
Yeah, you can do a round of applause as well.
I do believe, although it is a feat of, strength and endurance, I believe it's 80% down to genetics that you achieve that. So I'll half clap.
Neither of my parents have done one.
I know, but you're built for running, aren't you? You're lengthy.
Okay, let's go through it.
You've got a lot.
Straight
of,
away, he's come here and slagged you off.
I said congratulations.
I'm built. Well, you said you give me a half clap because it's 80% genetic.
Yes.
But
you didn't
if I'm
train
built-
enough for it.
if I'm built for running, what would you say we're all built for?
I'd say-
I don't
so
wanna play this
genetically,
game. I'm out.
what are you built for?
I'd say I'm built for very slow, like long haul. I'm built for back in the Ice Age. I'm built for moving the tribe around a lot.
Yeah,
but very slowly.
So you're pre-horse.
I'm a nomad.
Yeah.
Pre-horse.
You're at the front with wooden sort of things going over your shoulders,
Yeah.
and everyone's house is on the back of a thing, and
Yes,
you're
exactly.
you're like that thing in
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings.
Exactly.
sort of
You know
pulls
that
everything to battle.
when the humans are running around, walking around to get away from the village,
Yeah,
I'm in that group.
yeah.
But
Nice.
they're walking slower than that.
Yeah.
What's Ethan built for then?
I think Ethan is built for.
Oh, I know. A monk who's very good with numbers.
Yeah.
So you do the workings out for the king. You're like the
Yes.
king's.
King Scribe.
Yeah, the king's scribe.
Number monk.
Are you good with numbers?
No, I had Gary the maths tutor who just loved cake. Had him for a year.
What?
He just loved cake. He just loved eating cake.
So who's eating cake all the time when you two were meant to be doing maths?
Well, he was eating John's fruit cake that he made for him.
Oh, so your stepdad was making fruit, and you eat the whole thing whilst you were there?
He just keep eating cake.
John's fruitcake wasn't your nickname as a kid, was it?
Oh,
Oh, I think I got told off for making that joke before it got cut. But look who's making the joke.
yeah, I'm sure you told him to cut it.
Let's park that. Joe, what are you built for?
I'm built for. Well, I'm built for, I guess. Sometimes I think if I started slow walking, I'd probably never stop.
What does that mean?
I know the feeling, and I know the feeling.
If you went just slow walk now forever,
What's slow walk?
You're like the juggernaut, but instead of running at
I
walls,
think you're just a slightly faster version of him. So he's like the pack mule
him, we didn't even name
that's
it
just
there,
pull
did we? Of him.
yeah, that.
of that.
That
So
there.
you're like the pack mule that's got everyone's house on your back kind of thing.
Yeah,
And you're the same, but you've got slightly less weight and slightly more speed.
I've
I try
actually
and keep morale up.
I'm actually
Yeah.
going to do a curveball here. I think you'd be a successful merchant, and
Some merchandise.
Yeah.
well, you'd be very good at getting stuff like silk and selling it to the town. But you're a jolly merchant, so you have all the
Yeah.
trappings of life.
Jolly.
You have a
Jolly.
good wife. You have about
Jolly.
12 kids. You have lots of pheasant on the table, but you share the pheasant sometimes with other people.
Yeah. You go around with a camel and a sort of hut, like a kind of thing that you wheel around.
Like the Dutch would come to the town to sell silk, and you'd be like,
can
"Where,
fuck off."
where do we go to see the town? See the town?
town fool.
the town main man." And they
Yeah.
go to your house.
Yeah. And
I can see you in a big.
Pheasant from you.
And
silk
in every
cap.
scene, I'm just running in the background. I'm just
Constantly
past.
running?
Yeah.
And it could be set in York,
Could be set in York.
which is where
of
you did
course.
the
I know
marathon.
exactly what you'd be.
Circling back
You'd be a
round.
smith.
You said I'm built for running.
You'd be a
Yeah, but you'd be a smith.
What's a
I
smith?
would be
And
a
you'd
smith.
have an affair with the king's wife, and then they'd
princess.
find out, and then
No,
they'd kill
the
you.
No,
queen.
they wouldn't kill me.
The king's wife is the queen, not the
Oh
princess.
yeah, well back in those days it was all sorts, wasn't it? They wouldn't kill me because I'd get away.
Exactly.
I'd run from Athens to Marathon like the good old days. But anyway, yeah.
Talk me through it. How was Sunday?
Woke up at 5:30 in the morning on the
Got the shits or
Sunday.
something?
No, it was 9 a.m. 9:30 start. So I
Oh,
had to get
because
up
it
early.
was 4 hours early. What are you talking
Well, yeah,
about?
well, our park and ride was at 7, between 7 and 7:30. So I had to wake up, fuel up.
What's fueling up?
Yeah, so that you would love it. I tell you what you should do, Joe. You should pay 80 quid to sign up for a marathon or many marathons, as many marathons as you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Because do you know what it is? It's guilt-free carb loading
Amazing.
for 4 days.
Amazing.
So building up to the Sunday, Thursday night, I'm just eating everything. Friday night, Lizzie bought me a load of sweets. We had loads of pasta. I'm just sat. She was like, well, "What do you want to do?" Like last
Booze?
night.
Can you drink yet?
No, we're not boozing.
Oh.
So maybe you can drink the rest of the week.
Shame.
And I was like, I just want to chill out. Don't want to think about it. Maybe play a bit of FIFA. So Lizzie bought me loads of snacks, bought me some sweets.
Oh, this sounds
Just
good,
enjoy,
you know.
play FIFA, enjoy yourself. We had pasta. It's delicious. Then the Saturday, it's just all bread all day. I'm just eating toast. Anything
have
I want.
butter?
I can have bread, butter, everything for dinner. Another huge bowl of spaghetti bolognese.
Oh,
a full
fucking
garlic
love spaghetti
baguette.
bolognese.
That's for dinner. Then in the morning we had scrambled eggs and overnight oats. It's just constant nosh fest.
£80
2000.
for a marathon.
Sorry?
That's expensive, isn't it?
Well, whatever it is, 60
It's
quid.
charity, isn't it? You get money goes for charity.
Charity.
With
a charity.
charity.
Well, I've raised over £400 for the charity of my choice. Which
I'm
is
going to put 20 quid to it
Yeah,
now.
thank you. It's still going to be
That's
open for another week. So if anyone was waiting to see if I died or if I managed it, I mean, you tell me.
What
Either.
charity is it?
The Wellspring, it's called. It's a homeless charity in Stockport. Does really good work. For
Which
people.
homeless people does it give money to?
The murderers
Don't
and the
fucking
worst
name 'em.
ones.
Well, I don't know if I'm giving to homeless people around where
It's
I live.
helping.
All of them are good.
It's helping people have a basic human right, which is a roof over their head. I would
What
say.
charities
No,
do you...
don't Larry David this. There is
What
no
charities do you believe in then?
What's a basic level of human,
the human dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the because Ethan said this. Ethan said Joe should just be raising money for his family.
I'm not sure I have basic human dignity.
You have a house. You have an income or thereabouts. We'll get to that.
Money gets given to me sometimes.
Yes. You have food. You have warmth. You have clothes. You have been allowed the opportunity to make a few mistakes in your life and not be punished.
Many mistakes.
Yes, and not be
many,
punished
many
for those mistakes
Oh,
by being out in the cold.
The punishment's in my brain, Joe.
What?
So I think you're doing very well.
What get me going then? Because we talked that some of your playlists might include Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, didn't do that.
What?
What
did you do?
At the start, it was very much Eagles radio is what did it
Christ.
for me. That
I
was
would've
really
maybe
good.
finished
Take it
quicker.
easy. A little bit of some AC/DC in there as well. That really got the blood pumping. That was really good. Some 60s and 70s kind of rock stuff. That was
Nice.
excellent. Then we had a bit of a lull. That was when my mum and dad, I texted my mum because they're going to come and see me as I ran past. Text them, bring toilet roll.
Why?
Got the toilet roll. Had to do a poo on the way.
You
good.
shit halfway through a
Did
marathon.
the shit half through the
Where? In Portland or in the bush?
Portalo, which
Brilliant.
is one of my favourite ABBA songs, which was actually on the previous playlist. Did a poo. Then we had this stretch, this sort of, where it's meant to start getting hard, but it didn't get hard yet.
Your arsehole.
No, the run. Sort of 11 miles to sort of 18 miles. That was quite nice. That was quite freeing.
Oh, that sounds
spell.
fucking awful.
And then at 18 miles, mum and dad met me again. Got a banana off them. I was eating a peanut butter bar and stuff. I had loads of gels and wet water and that.
Lizzie's dad's flapjack.
Never manifested.
What?
There was no flapjack in the end because he said it and then I never really reminded him of it and he was off on holiday.
So
by the
now
time
what
we
are you
did it.
listening to?
So at this point, I'm charging my headphones up and I'm just in the grind zone.
Nothing.
For about 10 miles, I didn't listen to anything. And I was letting my AirPods charge up. I thought, I'm going to need you for this last push. So 18k to 21k, again, still pretty fine. 21 miles, sorry. Once I got to 21 miles, that's where we started fighting some shit. You know what I mean? That's where we started. It started getting a little bit tricky. The legs aren't really there anymore. I'm just getting mad at everything. I'm getting a bit like
What's
my vision's
making you
just
mad?
got a couple of white dots in the vision. I'm not sure if it's because I'm sort of looking at the floor all the time or if I'm about to pass out. And then we had to, obviously, political opinions notwithstanding, it was just Kanye West for the last 4 miles.
Really? That's
Yeah. Power. I mean all sorts. But,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Power,
yeah.
I've probably played Power maybe 8 times. And
Did
just
you
put
play-
noise
I love
cancelling
All of the
on.
Lights, me.
All of the Lights was on there. Black Skinhead was on there.
Did you play
all the big boys?
Did you play just a loop of him saying all that anti-Semitic
No,
stuff?
no, it wasn't that stuff. That's what I'm saying. Political stuff aside, we didn't. It was the opposite of that stuff.
Just quotes of him playing while you're running.
That didn't get the job done, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But then we got over the line. I say
Was
we,
your mum and
I
dad
did.
there?
My dad was at the finish line. Yeah.
Did your dad
What's
say
up with your mum? What happened to her? Run over or something?
She went home. But
She's
it was
bored,
good.
yeah.
She got bored of it.
Oh,
all.
I'd have been
Did
bored.
your dad say, "I'm proud of you, Joe"?
I think so. Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Give
he
you a
said
hug,
well
yeah.
done and gave me a hug. And
He kissed you.
I think he gave me maybe a kiss on the neck or a
On
kiss
your
on the
lips?
cheek as we
On your
Kiss your
neck?
neck? What are
As
you
in like
talking
a sort of
about?
hug and well done, lad.
Whispered in your ear.
He licked, it was nice, just a sort of hug and a little
Yeah,
kiss on
little
the cheek
nuzzle,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Well
arse
done.
bit your
Arse
ear.
slap.
Yeah, a little pinch on the ball, a little tug of the ball back. But yeah, it was really good.
Fruitcake. Bang, slap
It was really nice. And then the last bit is a hill. The last sort of
Why? Why
or
is
down?
that? Why have they
Up.
done that?
Oh!
because you end at the Yorkshire University or York University, should I say?
Sick
Which is a
people
lovely
in this
campus,
world.
by the way.
Very
I mean,
sick
We should
people.
go.
If people, if you want to go to a
York
good uni,
apparently is very nice.
York Uni.
I wish you would
looks
stop saying we should do things and we never do
We're
them.
going for Korean in a minute. Ethan, does this inspire you?
York.
No, the
Oh.
Marath.
I mean, it's all very nice and that, isn't it? But what's it really done to the world?
raise money for charity.
400 quid.
What have you?
And
what,
counting.
what has
Well,
anything you've ever done?
Let
for
me
the
just say this. I bet you that charity will just function just as it was before with that phone.
Bloody
Yeah, but-
hell.
Yeah, no, hold on. Hold
Here's the problem,
on.
Ethan. If everyone had that on an individual level, you're probably right. But if everyone had that idea, everyone would just keep their own money, and no one would ever get help.
I mean, if we're serious about it, that money's probably just going to go to the CEO. But
That's
I
not
mean,
true.
It is.
They don't have a
I mean,
CEO.
Charities have to
They don't
announce
have
how
a-
much they pay their CEOs. and stuff.
Yeah, he doesn't get a bonus at the end of the year.
He gets on 250 grand or something.
Fuck off. Not the Wellspring in Stockport, it's not.
Oh,
It's
probably
not,
not.
it's
that.
not one of the big boys,
That's what
is
I
it?
asked before. No, we should all be very positive. It's a very good thing you've done.
Thanks.
And like you said, if there were not more people like you, we'd all be living like me, which wouldn't be a good world.
I think we need to raise a little bit more to get you over the £1,000 because you did your abseiling in
Yeah.
June. How much was that? 300 quid?
300 odd quid, yeah. So we're about
400 quid.
we're
And don't
about-
forget the bus pull was 100.
So we're about 150 quid off.
Yeah.
So if we can get to 550, 600 quid,
Here
obviously
we
it'd be
go.
massively helpful.
If I win at the casino on Saturday,
Yeah?
I will give my winnings to you.
No, you won't.
I'll give half of my winnings to you.
Give me £100 of the winnings.
Yes.
There we
Okay.
go. We'll get you over
I can pinky
£1,000.
promise on that.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
I'll
Cheers.
give you a tenner.
I'll give you 20
cheers.
quid.
Thank you.
There we go.
Just double it. Perfect.
Brilliant. Thank you, everyone.
Right, Dom's back.
Well, before Dom,
oh.
sorry, we've got a few. Sorry, Dom, we
No,
need to
please,
chat,
please don't apologise.
but we've got a few things, a few bits of admin we need to get through.
Admin.
There's a couple of things. Let's start with the easy one. Last week, and Ethan's editing this episode because we'll get onto that, but that's going to be the case going forward. Insert here a clip of Joe McGrath showing us the world's hottest curry that he had to show his ID, being 18 above, to buy from Iceland. Just insert the clip there.
It is I had to show ID to buy this.
You didn't.
There is 5 scorching hot chilies on the actual packaging itself. Over 18s only.
Go on
It's about to get raunchy in here.
Go and get it.
Right, I'm back. And I'm flapping for the audio listeners the cardboard container. 5 extra spicy chilies.
Okay, so that's the clip of the world's hottest curry.
Right.
No, I haven't even said it yet. Stop.
Okay, right, to reply.
I haven't even said the thing you're replying to yet, have I? I was doing the thumbnail for that episode, and I thought I'll get a screenshot of the world's hottest curry. I'll do it, and sometimes what I'll do is I'll go on the internet and get the proper picture and then sort of splice it over our picture so it's higher quality. So I Googled Iceland hottest takeaway curry. I went on Google Images and thought, I must have updated the packaging because ours didn't look like that. And then I saw the article was from about 3 days before we'd done our video.
I knew it was a thing.
Yes, but what I'm saying is they couldn't have updated the packaging within 3 days.
Oh, right.
So then I thought, oh, Joe, I wonder if there's been a bit of a mistake here. And then I actually thought, well, there isn't a mistake, is there? You didn't buy the world's hottest curry. You just bought a standard vindaloo that we were all like, this isn't even that hot and it's delicious. And you said you got ID'd for it. You told us. You told us. So you'd lie.
Right, no, here's the
thing. So
thing.
we just ate a curry. And
Right.
we're like, oh my God, it's not even that hot. You just lied to everyone.
All right, here's the thing. I went to Iceland, right? Iceland stunned me.
Right.
I said to the lady, excuse me, you got any of those world's hottest curries? She said no, but the vindaloo's pretty spicy. I said, really? She said, they're all selling out, the world's hottest curry. So I went, I'll just take the vindaloo then.
Right.
And I went, do you want to ask for my ID? A little bit of role play. She wasn't having any of it.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go to Iceland, none there, and couldn't leave empty-handed. It was a big day out for me. It took me about 12 minutes to get there.
Oh, 12 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
it's a long way. That. I
almost-
pay for parking.
Yeah. So you just lied to us because you didn't even tell us back behind the scenes.
I needed you to keep up with the facade.
You texted us in the group chat saying, just been ID'd, lol, or whatever it was. And you hadn't been.
I don't think I said that. I don't think I said I'd just been ID'd.
Ethan,
So
what do you make of this?
Well,
We just ate a vindaloo. And we pretended.
Yeah,
We look like idiots.
you know what? The thing is, because listeners might be thinking this might be semi-scripted at all, or like McGrath's eventually told us. McGrath was never going to tell us.
He would never have told us.
It was only because you put that picture in and said, I think you've bought us the wrong curry.
Because
And
at
he was
first
like,
I thought it was an innocent mistake. I said, is this definitely the right curry? And then your response was something that gave the game away that you knew all along. So that's the first one. Do you want to apologise to us and to the audience?
What did I say?
I can't remember. And I can't
Yeah,
remember
but
what I said.
also as well, people did get in touch to say you bought the wrong curry. So I knew the game was up eventually.
Right, okay.
Also-
Do you want
Someone
to
sent me
apologise?
a... Yeah, I'm sorry for not buying the world's hottest curry. There was none left. I didn't purposely not buy it.
We did.
You did.
It just wasn't there.
Yeah, but you knew you weren't buying it and you purposely did that.
Also, I'm not in the group chat, so I don't know any of these things.
You're not in the proper one. You're in your own one.
Yeah,
Aren't you?
yeah, I don't know.
Second thing, sorry Dom. Sorry,
No,
we'll get to
please,
this is just the
carry on.
last bit of admin. The last episode, actually 2 of the last 3 episodes have been edited by Joe McGrath.
Yeah.
Now, a couple of reasons for this.
Yeah.
Partly because we had some technical difficulties. We want to not say easy because what we're about to say
technical
proves
difficulties.
that it isn't particularly easy. One of them was we had a corrupted file that meant that me and Ethan had to re-record the intro, which we did and we sent it. The second one, when editing that file, it wouldn't import properly, so Ethan didn't have time to edit it. Joe said, I'll edit it, no worries, as you will often offer
Well,
to
because
do,
I
which
wanted
is
to make
lovely.
sure the patrons were fine with it.
We love hearing that.
God.
Early
That's
access
great.
Sloppy Joe's podcast.
What?
Go on there,
Patreon.
yeah, if you want to become a patron, you get early access plus bonus.
Oh, yes,
podcast
very
episodes
good.
as well. You said you'll edit it fine. Ethan sends over all the notes. He writes them down.
Oh,
where
by
to
the
cut,
way.
what to do. Stop a sec.
Ethan's notes. Have you seen Ethan's notes?
Yeah, I've seen
Who's
them.
write that? Like a 2-year-old's writing.
But they're still there. They're numbers.
No,
They're still
they're
there.
not. God knows
And it's
what
every
they say.
time I write cut, I put it in a
have you got the notes on? You
No,
got
I
your phone on you
haven't.
there.
We don't
Wait
need to-
till you see these notes.
We don't
Why
need
do I
to
give
get
a
into-
fuck? This
we
is
don't-
like a business meeting or something.
Yeah, it's like a business meeting. So then basically, Joe is
Guesswork.
Joe is then bragging in the group chat about how he's edited the whole thing at 3 times speed and he couldn't even hear anything.
He did it in 13 minutes.
He edited the whole
thing.
podcast in 13 minutes. So he didn't even watch through it as he was editing. And
No,
then,
yeah, hold on. I've
and
not
then-
got 40. I've not got an hour on my night, have I?
Well, don't offer to edit it then.
Yeah, but I need the patrons needed a
So,
bit of something.
so
didn't
anyway, so then so it gets posted. Joe says, all sorted, posted it, great stuff. The first comment is, the cuts here are wild, or whatever
they?
it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah. You're in a
Em-
fun way, like, wow.
Immediately, people notice that you've absolutely phoned it in and just and then I'm walking home from work last night, and Lizzie was watching episode 3 episodes ago, sends me a screenshot of a screen recording of us eating, going, we'll cut this out, and Joe goes, oh yeah, I'll definitely cut this out.
I'll eat this quick, make a note of it.
Do you want me to make a note?
Yeah, we need to be done in 5
Can I
minutes.
take that? Bob?
Take that.
I need to. So what? Maybe 20 seconds ago. 25
Mhm.
seconds ago.
Wow.
So you've got a few cuts in here, McGrath. You better bloody make them.
I probably will.
Well,
You have to make them.
We've not said anything that will get us cancelled.
I know, but it's just boring and shit for people to watch.
What do you mean? Like what?
This.
course I'll cut this bit out.
And then doesn't cut it
Yeah,
out.
you're right. Here's, with that one there, normally, if I edit it, Ethan sends me the file and just go to his timestamps, just get rid.
Yeah.
But because Ethan was stood there was no timestamp, so I don't even...
There was a timestamp.
Not for when you were stood here.
Yeah, but I wrote it down when I sat back down again.
Yeah, but then I got to that bit and thought, what's he doing there? I don't know why there's a timestamp
What's
there.
going on?
So I moved on. There was no, like, start stamp, though, was there, Ethan? Because you were stood there.
Do you want to apologise to the audience if they saw a shoddily edited podcast?
The quality was a little bit shoddy for the last episode. I did a little apology for the audio listeners. I was lying in bed. I was like, oh, this is going to be a rough one. But, you know, we all suffered a little bit, didn't we?
We all suffered.
There was the cut errors. There was the intro that me and
It's like your school. What's it called? Teacher parents' evening.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Go on.
Go on.
So
We need to speak to Tom.
re-recorded the intro, and McGrath said it didn't make any sense. So when I rewatched the intro bit that he inserted, there was a cut in the middle of that bit that we redone, and he left that in as well. So of course it didn't make any sense. We clearly say we'll redo
Right,
that.
I'm trying my best. I don't edit anything else in my
Here's a
life.
genuine question. Did you try your best?
He's not tried his best.
Oh, no, not with the last episode.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Well, I'm not trying my best. Anyway.
I was like,
just so you- just let the
I was
audience-
washing up whilst on times
Washing
3.
up whilst editing. You can't wash up and edit.
Ethan gets in touch with the pod. Oh, I'm having a real bad time of it.
Sorry.
And here's the pod. I've got 10 minutes and I can't do it.
Right, yeah, but I tried
You
to
flapped.
diagnose the issue. It took me an hour.
blame him
Flapped.
for it.
He flapped.
I found the issue. You said you'll help. Joe's big thing with me is, Ethan, you always feel sorry for yourself. You always bang on about how hard everything is, how tough it is. Just ask for help. Just ask for help.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
asked for
that's
help.
good.
He made an arse of it.
Yeah, that's true.
But Ethan, the one thing you
right,
didn't
Joe.
thank me for when I edited 216, did you watch the intro?
Well, I saw my face popped up. Yeah.
See? No thank you for that.
No. Right. Anyway.
No.
So for people.
Anyway,
watching,
I won't be editing anymore.
Well, there you go. Do you know those people who like deliberately do a bad job so they don't get asked
Yeah.
again?
You will be. You will be editing again.
I have done editing in the past though.
Yeah, there
but
you go.
I've been more of a type.
You'll get it right next time. You get it right next.
Yeah, let me do this one.
Fuck off.
So Joe McGrath's edited this episode. Actually,
No.
I can't risk that.
Yeah.
Dom, how are you?
Dom.
I don't know what just happened, really. I felt like I was in a washing
The
machine
listeners
or
will love
something.
it.
Will they?
It's a bit of fun, isn't it?
I guess so.
We'll edit this.
How have I been, did you say?
How have you been?
I'm depressed, and I think I had a mental breakdown.
Because you weren't on the last Friday's episode where we normally catch up.
No, I
with you.
was at...
Because you were working.
I was working past tense, and it's very past tense now because I quit. And it was
Ethan was stunned when I told him you quit, weren't you?
It's quite quick.
I lasted 2 weeks.
What happened?
Well, it began with me standing on a dead rat.
Oh,
Um,
is that like standing on ceremony? Is that a phrase?
Oh, I thought it was like a snitch.
Yeah.
no, I stood in the rat, and it kind of head kind of exploded. And
start
near the
anyone's
bins,
breakdown.
and it was
you
near my
idiot.
old boarding school as well. So I was looking up at the boarding school, and all the children were sleeping, and
God,
I was just thinking, I haven't really come far, have I, from that bed up there to down here near the gutter, standing on a rat's head.
Did it feel like?
It felt like a tangerine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a smelly tangerine where the smell is of bins and
Rats.
like guts and rats. Yeah.
So that was one of the straws. What else?
One
That's
of
a
the
pretty
straws.
hefty straw. That.
That was kind of big.
But it's not the work's fault,
That's
is
an
it?
Aikido stick.
It's not work's fault if you stand on a dead rat and by the bins, is it?
That isn't work's fault, no. But the rats were shaped like dogs, and
Stood on a dead dog.
no, there were many rats in there, and they weren't afraid of me at all. And
they see
I
you
had
as
many
well,
keys, and the storeroom was very untidy, and the trolley they gave me wasn't big enough. So anytime I tried to put drinks and food items onto the trolley, it would break. And then I tried to put the food items into a plastic bag, and that would break too. So it was like kind of a Laurel and Hardy sketch where I put something on top of something and it would fall apart. And then I'd try and rectify that, and a bag would break and a bottle of water would fall on the floor. And then when I tried to get the bottle of water back in the bag, the other side would fall out.
Yeah.
And
It's
the
somewhere
children
between-
in the boarding school started laughing at
No,
me.
they did.
It's somewhere in between Laurel and Hardy and like Old Testament kind of
Yeah.
like
It is. I was
punishment,
being
isn't it?
punished, Joe. I was being punished, definitely. But there was a frozen cheesecake in the freezer that I took home.
Full thing.
Yeah, because
How
we
big?
ordered it by
Talk me through your
mistake.
final days. Like what really tipped you over the edge?
Well, the coffee machine broke. Someone stole 2 paninis from me.
What do you mean? How?
Well, he tried to bamboozle me by coming to the shop and going, "Can I have these 2 paninis?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll cook them for you." And I put them on the press, and whilst I was turned around, he took another panini from the shelf and then stuffed it into his pocket and then ran away.
So you only stole one.
And indeed, he stole a panini from me.
But I suppose
then he did it again.
waste-wise, he
But then
stole
did
the
it
other two
again.
as well.
He did it again. He's
Did
back.
it again, yeah.
So what did you see him coming and he stole the panini and legged it again?
Yes, but I couldn't accuse him of stealing a panini because that would have been, you can't accuse someone of doing something if you haven't really seen it.
So how do you know he had?
You saw it.
Because he was very shifty and he stood right against the counter so I couldn't see what he'd had in his pockets. And he did this whole rigmarole of asking for a tissue and then asking for a panini and then asking for a bit. He kept asking for things and then trying to get away with it and going, "Oh yeah, sorry." I'm like, anyway, that, and then I kept seeing the people getting on and off the train and the trains coming in and then the pigeons walking around, milling around, eating the crumbs of Greg's, and I kept seeing the people stood at the aisles trying to let people go through and because the laughing faces talking to each other and the kind of the insignificance of life just kept staring me in the face, and these cakes out of the freezer just thawing on the side and putting croissants in the oven and just seeing them kind of turn into this ephemeral pastry just in front of me.
This sounds quite nice.
So I'm back on antidepressants now.
So when did you quit? Did you quit over the text?
Yeah, I did.
Were they stunned?
They were interested, and they sent their condolences. And I was in
Condolences?
bed. Yeah.
You made up a lie, didn't you? We won't go into the lie, but you lied.
I made up quite a diabolical excuse of why I had to leave.
Did it cross your mind to say, "I'm really sorry, I'm struggling to keep up with things, I can't work here anymore"?
Well, my guilt and shame was so extraordinary that I didn't think I could let them down lightly, so I let them down very heavily. And you know how I said in previous excuses, I've said, "Oh, my father's in the hospital," or "My granddad's dying of cancer," and things like that. God. When my nan had cancer and she was still alive, I used to use that excuse all the time, even though she got better a bit, but then dropped off at the end. I was kind of sad when she died in the end because I couldn't really use it in good spirits anymore that she had cancer. I used to use that for coursework and things, you know. I was a good get out of jail free card.
Yeah.
But this one was the real tour de force of excuses.
This was the pits, was it? This
Yeah,
was the
it
lowest
wasn't
of the low.
diarrhea. It wasn't my nan's had cancer. I can't actually bring myself to say what I said.
There aren't things much worse than my relative is dying.
Yeah, it's worse than that.
I tell you what, let's at home use your imagination.
Put them in
When
the
you
comments.
press send, how did you feel?
Just feel relieved.
I had to put my personality over here and then the text personality over here and kind of switch to this personality.
The lie personality.
And then throw that personality away and attach the lie to that personality. And God hope that they never see this episode. Oh, I had some people came up to the little bunker and said hello from the podcast. They
Yeah.
saw
that's
me.
nice.
Did you ever see him?
Who?
Did you ever
You.
see Dom when he was working
No,
there?
never.
So it was like
Did you see him?
Yeah.
It was lovely.
What? Why did you say it like that?
Wow.
Oh, I was having a breakdown whilst he came.
I was there when this all happened.
Yeah.
So
And a stupid bitch kept asking for a bottle of water.
Yeah, that was a bit silly.
Can
So
I
what
just
do you
get
mean?
this? Can I just
Yeah,
get this water? Can I just get this
So
water?
I was there. Right, should we?
Yeah,
Was
you
this
tandem,
your last
in
day?
tandem.
Was this your last day?
Yeah, it
So
was.
these were your final moments, and I happened to be there for it. This was when I was getting the train to York to do the marathon.
Oh yeah.
I see Dom, my mate, who I was doing the marathon with, text me saying, "Oh, your mate's doing the coffee thing," because he recognised you from the podcast. And I saw Dom, and I sort of snuck up and went, "Ugh," and jumped out.
No, it wasn't like that. I was having a terrible time.
I didn't know
The
that.
coffee
obviously.
machine was fucked.
Didn't know that.
I was fucking going crazy.
Am
the
I
boss.
the smoking gun?
Are you by yourself?
Yeah, and then the coffee machine was fucked. I texted the boss saying, "Look, can you help me with this coffee machine? It's fucked." And then he sent me this arsey text saying, "Oh, by the way, it's a real mess around. Can you sort that out?" And then I text back saying, "Well, the mess was because I was rushing to try." And then I was like, "Okay, I've got to play some Vivaldi to get over this." So I put Vivaldi on the stereo, and all I hear is,
Oh, that would have fucking annoyed me as well.
and people were looking round.
It's quite loud.
Bear in mind the station where things are blown up, and a man's just screaming at a coffee shop. But I was glad to see you.
Was I the straw that broke the camel's back?
I didn't want you to see me in a humiliating state, and I
No, it
felt
wasn't
like it was just like a murder of a gang of crows coming to caw at me.
Yeah.
It was you.
That was me. So I get there, and Dom's clearly having a tough time. The coffee machine isn't working. It's and because the problem with this is where the location is. Yes, it's not that busy in terms of like some places you work. It's just non-stop knocking coffee out. Just can't stop. But the problem with this, it's not quite as busy. But everyone you serve is in a rush, which must be horrible. Because you're past the ticket barrier.
Yeah.
So people are going through and then getting a coffee. Oh, I've got 4 minutes. I've got so that must be really difficult. So then I was messing about and I can see Dom struggling a bit. So right, what can we do? Okay, and he was just like, I'm just done. Pass me this stuff. Because everything's hanging over the side.
Well, you started working?
No, I didn't start working. I was handing him his stuff
He
back.
put an apron on.
I put an apron on.
Clocked in.
And I checked in. And then, so I was helping him sort of shut stuff down because I'm done. I can't do this. I'm shutting down. Fair enough. So we're trying to shut like the things down because it's like all flaps on like a caravan kind of thing. But when you do, it's banging into other stuff. And so we're like lifting stuff up and I've got a bag on my shoulder. It's all messing about. And then this woman who comes up going, "Can I get a bottle of water, please?" And Dom's beyond. Dom
in
can't
tears.
speak at
I'm
this
sobbing.
point. Yeah, and
the fucking front is shot.
So I'm shutting the thing as she asked for some water. Then I say, "Oh, they're closed. Sorry." And then she goes past me, goes to the side entrance that's still open, going, "Can I just get this?" And you went, "No, we're closed." And she went, "Yeah, can I just get this though?" And I said, "They're closed." Like, what do you mean?
And what did she say
She
then?
just like, she didn't say anything.
You can't
Her brain
compute.
just didn't get.
Did she nick it?
I don't know. She put it back, and then there was another bloke stood there with some stuff looking, and I was going, "Yeah, they're closed. Sorry." And people just didn't get what do you think closed means?
There was actually a case where I was actually fully closed, and there was a little light on in the back. You have to come all the way around the back where the freezer, the bins, and the fridge is. And the man was like, "Hi, have you got any food? I haven't eaten for 8 hours." I said, "No, I'm closed." He was like, "Come on, I haven't eaten for 8 hours." That's not my problem. If you haven't eaten for 8 hours.
And also, it was about midday, so it was like 4 in the morning.
And he was like smiling like it was a joke, like I'm in some sort of film, like Nanny Craddock, like I'm supposed to feed the fucking masses with my croissant.
So did that start the mental breakdown then?
No, it's been happening for a while, boy. But I'm back on the antidepressants now. It's just the accumulation of all the failures in my life. Just pile one and one and one on top of the other.
But you're not.
This isn't a failure.
No, I'm well aware from the outside perspective I might seem like a jovial, happy-go-lucky kind of guy.
Never thought that.
But there are demons in my brain that keep pecking me on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And I try and keep them at bay with my little sword and my little shield. But sometimes there's too many, Joe. There's too many.
Yeah.
And you add a dead rat on top of that, and a broken coffee machine, and some arseholes. And there was a guy that came in the morning, and I was trying to take the croissants out of the oven, and I burnt myself. He says, "Are you open?" He was working at Chet's. He got a fucking violin in his bag with all crooked teeth, arsehole. And I know exactly the kind of person that he is, because I used to go to school there. He can't trick me. And he was like, I said,
You can't trick me.
I said, he said, are you open? I said, "No, we open at past." He was like, "Well, thank you very much." What do you want me to do?
Yeah, I hate that.
Give me a clock and I'll speed time up for you.
Yeah.
And I just got to a point when you were there. I was going to close, and just take croissants out, go to the middle of the platform and start juggling them, and just start screaming and like strangling pigeons.
What happened in the sort of hour after I left you then? Because you just shut down.
I sat on the floor for a while, turned the oven on, and put my head in it. No, I didn't do that. I took the croissants out of the oven. And I sat down on the floor and I cried on the floor for about 40 minutes. And then I got up and then I took the wastewater out. and you have to these big gallons of water over to this drain in Manchester, Victoria. You have to go 2 drains down so the public can't see. And then there's, do you remember the drains at Mankoko?
Yeah.
There was just like this sludge comes out of like foul milk, and you really you really contemplate things where it's just like gelatinous milk going over your shoes, and you just go, "What am
It's
I?
this particular
what
smell as well, isn't it?
am I doing? What am I doing?"
Is there no other staff at all? Is it just
No.
you?
Yeah, you take over. They take over. The cheesecake was nice. Oh, and I found this sausage roll, this frozen sausage roll in the bottom of the freezer. I don't know how long it had been there for.
What,
God knows.
So
and I
you
put it in the oven, and I ate that, and I felt very sick the next day.
how did you take the cheesecake home? Did you just sneak it in your bag?
Well, I take taxis everywhere, so I just got out of the station and put it in the taxi.
Do you know what though? You text me the other week saying, "I've just got home," and because you got a taxi to and from work, you'd spent more than half of your wages on taxis
No,
that
you
day.
didn't.
Yeah.
So
working
maybe
there,
this wasn't the worst job to leave.
No, because I'd get there at 5 in the morning, and trains don't run from Stirling to Victoria, so I'd have to get a taxi, and that'd be 20 quid.
Oh,
So that's like 2 hours working, and then 2 hours working back, and I only worked 7 hours, so it was like more than half my wage for the
You
day.
spent 4 hours wages on 7 hours.
why
work.
won't you just get a train back?
Because they were cancelled, and I couldn't be asked waiting another hour. So I used to play the piano in Victoria.
Have you thought about getting a
and
job in Staley Bridge? that you
Yeah,
could walk to?
yeah.
I've thought about going back in time and
No.
studying something that actually would give me a semi-comfortable life.
Are you still doing your
But
poetry?
You're studying now, though. What are you studying there? That's got to lead to a job.
Writing, creative writing.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And how's that going?
Not good. The stupid little 18-year-old.
No.
My
cut that.
my story. She said, "You're very articulate, but why don't you try writing in a more working class voice?" Just because she doesn't know what prophylactic means. That's not my problem. If you don't know what a word means, get a fucking dictionary and beat yourself over the head with it.
Cut one word out of that, but keep the rest.
How? What's your lecturer called?
Joe Stretch.
Joe Stretch.
Yeah.
Is he about 35?
Yeah.
Quite
40.
tall?
Yeah. Got
Grey hair?
Yeah.
He's my next door neighbour.
He's very good looking.
Yeah, quite handsome.
He's your next door neighbour.
He literally, he
He's your
lives 2
next door
houses down
neighbour.
from
And how
me.
do you know he teaches Dom?
I didn't.
He's very good looking.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he's good. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I
He really lives next to us.
Yeah.
Why are
he
you
lives
still
3
in a
doors
class
down
with
from me.
18-year-olds? Surely you've
Because
progressed
it's a
now.
universe. What do you mean?
What does that mean?
19-year-old.
Last year you were in first
Well,
year.
19 years
Oh,
old.
right, so they got on.
My
I
apologies.
thought you failed the first year and had to resit it.
No.
That's interesting.
Do you have any poetry for us now?
Oh, right, yeah.
Lovely.
Well, something to
Whilst
write
you're
down.
getting the poetry out, just to let you know, it is... what's the exact date for Tuesday? But Tuesday's show is not going to drop in the morning. It's going to be live. We're doing a Halloween special on the
Live
Sloppy
stream
Joes.
on the 29th
29th.
of October.
Yeah, 6 p.m. Make sure you join us. Come and join us. It's going to be great fun. We're all going to be dressed up. We'll have the green lighting on. I think we did it last year. It was great. Won't tell you what we're dressing up as yet, but we're excited, aren't we, Ethan?
Oh, thrilled. I don't have any ideas what we're doing. Is there any segments organised? I do have to think of them.
We'll think of some. We'll
talk
do
about
some
that off air,
spooky
maybe.
9 out of 10 clubs, the top 3.
You did top 3 video games, didn't you, last time?
Yeah.
Can I just add to that as well, please?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2, Witcher 3, Final Fantasy 10. Thank you very much.
Very nice.
They all sound shy.
They're not. They're probably my best experiences on Earth. Depression's not fun. If you've had it for some time. Happiness is pretty good and usually follows a rhyme. But if you can't feel because life doesn't feel real, it's better to hide inside and stay in bed so you don't make people feel bad.
No.
Mortgage. More means death. Engage means sizing something up. So when you get a mortgage, are you realizing that you'll be paying it off till you die? I mean, I won't get a mortgage. I've never earned over 20 grand.
Real hit and miss though, that feature, isn't it, guys?
I love those. I really like those. I like the first one.
Yeah,
I don't think it is better to stay inside though, just so no one gets sad.
that's why I'm here.
Do you see that this is like therapy?
No, I feel guilt. I'm addicted to guilt and shame, I think. I'm addicted to saying sorry as well. God, I miss booze.
No, you don't. Are you still putting videos up on your channel?
I put one up the other day for 3 months sober. I need to start doing impressions again
congratulations, 3
because
months
my
sober.
Nice.
Done.
it's quite boring now.
It's a big achievement.
I might just start drinking. Yeah.
No.
Sorry, Tom. Have you got any more little vlogs coming up? Because there's the big pilgrimage, which I really enjoyed. Is there any vlogs coming up?
Oh right, yeah, I forgot about that. Maybe I just need to go and do something again to do a vlog of it. What can I do?
What's in the diary?
Huh?
What's in the diary coming up?
Are you not walking the country at some point?
Oh,
No, all
give
that
up
money's
on
gone.
that. Let's give up
Oh,
on
yeah.
that.
All that money's gone.
That's a shame.
All of it's gone.
Oh, it's all
Plus, doing that pilgrimage was very harrowing, very, very harrowing. So I don't want to do that for 3 months.
what you
You
do?
do a marathon with me next time.
I would rather kill babies than do that.
Thank you very much for joining us. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Join us live on Tuesday. See you then. Yeah, 6 o'clock.
Wave, Ethan.
Oh yeah. See you on Tuesday.
What a way to end the podcast, eh?